Hello everyone, Irish Warlock here, and welcome back to part 34 of our Final Fantasy 16 Let's Play with part 3 of our Rising Tide DLC, and this will probably be the last part of the Rising Tide DLC because all we gotta do is tick off the last 4 side quests. Unless another side quest pops up after we do one of those side quests, because that's happened quite a lot recently. Last time, in part 3 of Rising Tide, we faced off against Leviathan the Lost. We started off by going to the temple where the Frozen Time spell had taken place, and we fought our way through a lot of monsters, including essentially a previous version of Torgal, sort of. So we found out the witch who came up with the Frozen Time spell was a past dominant of Shiva, and similar to the way that Jill gave Torgal some of her powers, this past dominant gave this, which I assume is a person by how they looked, some of her powers, and he was there to essentially protect the spell. We defeated him, destroyed or stopped the spell that was causing time to freeze to free the baby Walrus, which we did with Leviathan, with him going full icon, and Leviathan the Lost nearly destroying this village in a massive tidal wave. We fought him in a particularly annoying boss fight. It was a very broken boss fight at one point, but we defeated him. We brought him back here. The Motes of Water will look after Walrus and take care of him, and we are ready to head off back to the Hideaway to do the other DLC, Echoes of the Fallen. But first, I said this video will just be ticking off the last 4 side quests here. So we'll start with Reign of Pain, Lost in the Woods, Beyond the Grave, and Last Licks. Oh, let's get going.
My friend, I have news.
Okay, so that's with the curse, which is good, but first I probably need some potions.
This is all we have.
I'll get that while I'm here.
Well, if you're sure you need it, here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it. I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Good.
Go on.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tombries are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts.
Yeah, we've met some of these ones. They're dicks.
Folktales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tombury kings, who weave the curses, and that their magics bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my thinking, yes. Though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too. And if the tales are true, their followers will defend them to the death. It is a perilous proposition, in short, but it may also be Talor's only hope. What say you?
Of course will help.
I'll do it. Even if killing this king doesn't break the curse, Mysidia will be a safer place for its removal.
Thank you.
So then, where will I find it?
That, alas, I do not know. It must have woven the curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fanet, you were the one asking about Tonburies, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What?
Great.
But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Right. Thank you. And please, be careful.
Where am I going? Ah, just over here. Yeah, well, no big one.
They're almost at the gate, but they won't be coming any closer.
No, with this they won't.
Another down.
I love this one so much.
That should buy Haven some time at least.
Clive, are you alright?
Yeah, the whole thing took like 6 seconds. I'm perfectly fine.
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Talor, he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
Right then, let's go kill this king. Let's commit regicide.
More of them. Come on then. I crave an audience with your king.
Right, I assume we keep going up.
Another group. They don't look very regal.
It's not very nice to say. I think they look perfectly fine for weird fishy people. We'll be getting there soon. At least the population of them has to be shrinking at least.
Still no sign of the king. Could Fanad have been wrong?
How much further do we have to go? It's still a fair bit out. Probably up this way, isn't it? Where that little side passage was. Ooh, fair few of them here. Hello, boys.
There's dozens of them. The king must be close.
Well, doesn't matter how many there are, this will take them all out pretty quick.
Now that's a lot of Tombres.
Where is this damn king?
Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places.
Does it ever feel like with the Beastmen we're just keeping, like, you know, a slightly less advanced civilization down? Like, does it feel a bit like colonialism? Colonialism? Yeah, that's what you say, colonialism. Does it feel like colonialism to people? Or...
Well, I'll be damned.
oh, spooky shadows. Oh, he's got a crown and all. He does look a little more regal than the other big boys we fought. Alright, special boss.
It even has a crown.
Oh! And he teleports.
Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
Ow! Oh! Jeez, he dealt a lot of damage there a second. Oh, bugger, I missed. No, he moved again. God freaking damn it. Oh, damn it, this guy. Come on, nearly got him. Oh no, get around back there with Fury. Bad. Oh! Well, dang! How he moves. A dick. Damn it, these little ones are really tough. Oh no, stay still. Come on, come on, come on. Go down, you. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Oh, that was a good boss fight.
It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
Bloody curse better be broken.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
Yeah, he's dead.
You
Everyone's
do?
happy because they hate him.
Talor! He's back!
Oh no, he's alive. Yay. I've got no reason to hate him. I just think it's funny.
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Oh, that, well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Only you can let go of that pain.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd I'd convinced myself that you were like them. That all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Well, it's hard to be angry with him after everything he's been through.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Talor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like
So I
that?
didn't need to go kill that king.
The Tonbury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Talor's heart. I know from experience that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Talor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done?
Was it all psychological?
For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
She definitely won't believe it. Right, well, we need to replace all those potions we lost, so go do them and then we'll head on.
I will have to charge you. May it serve you well. Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it. May it serve you well. Well,
There we go.
if you're sure you need it.
Am I on fire? For what? Alright then.
Hey, mister, over here.
Yes,
Please,
kid.
mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it.
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry. My name's Eirik. When you went up to the Erevalvers with Miss Shula, well, I followed you.
Oh, you little idiot.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors, so I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
Saw what?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was, that were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water. I don't recall seeing anything like that in the forest.
Well, I did, and I don't ever want to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
No, screw it. You do it. You brought it here. Fine.
All right. If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
Right then, let's go find this beast and kill it. It's somewhere around here, apparently.
Is that?
Oh, there's a man.
The hunter.
Oh yeah, this fella.
It's you. Nasev's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back. Sent me flying all the way across the clearing.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise. An ear-splitting din.
Ow.
Might
we
this be
found
the
it.
culprit? Leave him to us.
Oh, I feel bad about killing big turtles.
You've caused enough trouble.
First, I've put a fair bit of damage to it already. Ah, I love Shiva's powers so much. Ow. Man. That was pretty straightforward.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
I have a feeling that wasn't
Hardly
it.
a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Should I trust you?
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance.
Oh, dang it.
Would have heard it coming a league away. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but
That's probably it.
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see a healer.
Alright then, let's explore these runes. I think that's it there, whatever that is. Big crabs. Big crabs!
What do we have here?
I don't know, it's dead crabs. And a dead turtle.
Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you?
I'll assume we just go up that stairs and... Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, it's just one of these things. Oh. No, maybe a bit more stronger than the other ones.
Another fragment of Walius's rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too.
Oh, Jesus. These are cool attacks. That did not deal a lot of stun damage like it usually does. Oh, that was good timing on that one. Oh god, I can barely move out of it. Right, see what happens if I maybe hit it enough. Take a cheeky heal while I'm at it. Come on. Okay, use strong heal. Oh, no, wrong one. Thought I was on Shiva. Maybe I should stun it. There we go. Come on, nearly there, nearly there. There we go.
Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not to go out into the woods alone.
But I wasn't alone.
The technicality, kid.
You're back.
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes. I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. The Icon summoned these creatures for his protection. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top.
Jesus.
We go there once a year to pay our respects. The whole village.
Enegi is a part of its master's spirit, but Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor putting that thing to rest. Us and Wallius. Thank you.
Aye. Thanks, mister.
No problem. Happy to help. Right, 2 more to do. Halfway there.
So sorry for all the trouble I put.
It is good to have him back.
We'll do the one with Shula last. That'll be a kind of nice way to end the DLC.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time? I would beg of you a service.
Yeah, alright.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes.
Yeah, I have the new witch from the north right
She
beside
said
me.
that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Wallius, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman when the end was near. And it was she whose duty it became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down to me.
I see. And the service you would beg of me?
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen finally found time to move it, we quickly realized it might have been better had they not. On trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had climbed
Well,
the
surprise,
cliffs beyond.
surprise.
None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
Oh, why not? I've helped everyone
Of
else.
course. I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witchdrop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon.
Right then, let's go pay our respects.
What about the walls?
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Toggle.
I better deal with these plants. Oh, dang. A couple more potions, not too bad. Okay, these are raptors. Nope,
Here's
something
our
different.
welcoming party.
Nope, wrong one selected. Ah, hell. I think. Oh, we got out of the way in time.
It's over.
That wasn't too hard. Definitely easier than the other two. I have a
like
feeling
that's the
there's
last
probably
of
going to be a
them.
surprise boss at some point.
Now, where's the grave? This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
Hideaway. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then, in the ruins.
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens, and a knight sworn to shield her from harm.
I think we met that night.
Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except Isay, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after Isay's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for Isay, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the Heir of Hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
Yeah, you could say that.
When we went up to the Heir of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vair, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? Isay's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit? What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vair? Perhaps his spirit too became enravelled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was Isay's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more.
No, maybe this had a happy
And if
ending
his
after
spirit
all.
should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
Thank you, my lord, for reuniting them.
Happy to help.
Can't claim I ever had high hopes for you lot, but there's no arguing with how things have turned out.
What is it you want? I need more than that.
When the tributary came back from the Vare without you, we all feared the worst.
Alright, Shula.
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Oh, it better not be.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue?
Its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since my sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits. Physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands and of leeches, but all
God, you guys need to get
no
modern
avail.
medicine.
The healers tell me there's only one hope left. A broth as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of. And Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that. And it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one. 2 hunters might catch it unawares, but any more than that, and it would pick up our scent a league away.
Then it is decided. The 2 of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth. That would be most kind of you.
Bringing you two was just useless in the end, wasn't it?
The river of time flows
No,
fast,
Jill was
and
useful.
so must we.
Joshua, you were useless.
There's a Givra that has claimed the ruins at the foot of the mountain as its hunting ground. But as I say, they are wary creatures. We'll need suitable bait to draw it out. The flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
Is
There's
Torgal
nothing
at
a
least
Givra
coming with
loves
us?
more than a fat haunch
Yes.
of ibex.
There speaks the voice of experience. Do you hunt often?
Since I was a girl, my father would take me. Then after he returned to the sea, Yamila's father. Our families have always been close. Even if her sister wasn't Walias's wet nurse, I couldn't stand by and watch her suffer.
Where will we find them?
Further in.
Alright, just gotta kill one of these fellas.
These will do nicely.
They're just standing there. What a shot.
Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
We have our bait then. What
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent.
Well, for disguising our scent, why did we need to leave Jill and Joshua behind? Right, where is this? Ah, it's just up the way.
There should be a sprig or two of local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Yeah, that was easy.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist.
I think I'm being pranked.
You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Right then, on to the runes.
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
Right, I have to kill these scorpions first.
Beast ringing.
No, we better deal with it. we go.
Seems like it isn't only Haven's blacksmith that has an appetite for these things. Tracks. But I assume they're too small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong to a Givra's breakfast.
Ooh, hello.
A fresh kill.
But not a Givra's. The wounds are too clean, too small.
Right, well, there's only one more spot to check. And this looks like a nice spot for a boss fight.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
But not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry. Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the
Fair
way
points.
of the Moats of Water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fiber of his being. And I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet. Something's coming.
Doesn't look that scary.
Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to. Don't let it escape.
Doing a nice fair bit of damage already. Okay, and strength while we're at it. nearly got him stunned and just wail on him with everything. Right, now just everything we got. Oh, not bad. And it's down.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed. O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more. Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to Yamila before it spoils.
An interesting thing to say. Here's your tongue.
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. One Geaver tongue, as promised.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No, no. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
Oh, that's enough.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
I'd hardly call it comfort. Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that you remember remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do whatever you can to help your people. But you have a child to think about now. And Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
Thank you. Truly.
Right, well, I think that's everything. Nothing else appearing on the map, so I'm going to assume we are wrapping it all up. A very short episode compared to usual, but I did say it would just be wrapping up the last of the side quests. We'll come back next time with part 35, which will be part 1 of Echoes of the Fallen. Which, yeah, 2, maybe 3 more episodes, and then the final episode. We are getting to the end of this. I imagine maybe not next week, but the week after. Hopefully. I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 16, but I'm ready to see it end. Anyway, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a like and a comment. It's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter and on Medium. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all content going forward. And I shall see you all next time.